Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's 2:30 Central Time, so we'll go ahead and get started with today's session. Thank you for joining us for another Wednesday webinar session. I'm Mike Collazo, Product Manager for Commercial and Life Safety Dampers. Today, I'll briefly discuss our critical environment category of dampers. So I've been with Ruskin for about 18 years now. For those of you who I haven't met or don't know, or if you haven't attended one of our sessions, I've worked primarily with our UL Life Safety dampers, but in recent years we combined the commercial dampers and life safety, making it one of our largest divisions next to our louver division. So critical environment damper models that we have are geared for locations where the damper will be exposed to corrosive elements within the atmosphere. This can include coastal regions, indoor pool areas, laboratories, wastewater treatment plants. These are just a few. There's many others. So these dampers are basically constructed of either anodized aluminum or 316 stainless steel. And what they'll do is provide a viable solution against corrosion when you're dealing with these type of applications. So here's a quick glance of today's agenda. Like I said, this will be fairly brief, but want to just make sure everybody's up to speed and aware of these newer models. So first, let's examine the main construction materials that we're using for these type of products. Anodized aluminum, as many of you may already know, provides an excellent corrosion and abrasive resistance for long-lasting protection against saltwater, high humidity type locations. As you can see here, if you look at the upper right side of the screen there, this is a magnified view basically of anodized coating. Here what you're seeing is a thickness. So when this gets anodized, it creates a natural oxide layer on the outer surface of the metal. And the nice thing is this won't chip or peel because it's fully integrated with the underlying aluminum. And most of you probably know that exterior louvers and architectural products, they utilize anodized aluminum finishes for this very reason. So it makes perfect sense that we would also apply this to a damper. Our anodizing has a 0.7 mils thickness, which is considered a class 1 architectural finish. And we do this in-house. So it does help on lead time since we don't have to outsource it. The other material that we use for critical environment dampers is 316L stainless steel, which also has a high corrosion resistance, making it suitable for marine or chloride environments. And besides that, actually having great protection, both the anodized aluminum and stainless steel have very good aesthetics too. So if the products are visible, they're actually going to look nice. So let's talk about the actual damper models. The first one here on the screen is our CD50CE. As you probably figured out now, the CE is critical environment. That's how we designate that. So the CD50CE is actually based on our high-performing extruded aluminum airfoil blade model, the CD50, which has been around for decades. So you get all the same air performance benefits, with this model. Lowest pressure drop, AMCA Class 1A leakage, and the damper is rated to 6,000 feet per minute and up to 13 inches of pressure. So it's very high performing. The CD50CE features the 215 R1 clear anodized finish on the frame and blades, which is providing that high level of corrosion and abrasive protection we talked about. In addition, the linkage, jam seals, and the extended shaft are all made in stainless steel. So these are all standard features. Now, here you're seeing a single section size damper, a smaller damper. If this were a larger assembly, let's say it's 10 feet by 8 feet, these would be built in multiple sections, and we would join the sections with stainless steel jack shafting. The nice thing is when you have these features as standard, it makes it easier when you order. So the overall benefits of the CD50CE are the high performance and efficiency, durability with the anodized finish, and low maintenance as well. The next model shown is our TED50CE. Again, this model derives from our thermal efficient damper model, the TED50, which has been around for several years. The TED50 thermal efficient damper, as the acronym That's what we designate that as. Which means, again, you get the same excellent air performance. This is also AMCO Class 1A leakage rated. Also, you have the thermal efficiency with the insulated blades. And this model is going to be rated up to 4,000 feet per minute and up to 8 inches of static pressure. The insulated blades have a thermal break, so when the blades close, the twin blade edge seals creates what we call a neutral zone, so there's no thermal path. And the TED 50 CE has a calculated R value of 4.04. This is based on the polyurethane foam, the aluminum itself, and air gaps for the total assembly. And just like the CD50 CE, the TED 50 CE features the same 215 R1 anodized finish on the frame and blades. The jam seal for this model is actually a compression rib type. So it's not a stainless steel, it's actually a Santoprene type material that we call Ruscoprene. That's the same material that we use for our blade seals. And the side linkage and the extended shaft are all made of stainless steel as well. And just like the CD50 CE, you'll get stainless steel jack shafting for all the larger assembly sizes. So the overall benefits of the TED 50 CE would be the high performance, the thermal efficiency, the durability with the finish, and low maintenance. So again, both models share pretty much the same performance and the benefits. Now on this slide here, this gives you a little closer look of some of the TED 50 CE features. Looking at the far left-hand side of the screen there, you can see the polyurethane insulated blades. There's arrows that point to the thermal break in the blades, as well as the blade edge seals. So you can obviously see what happens when these blades come together. You get that nice air gap created for no thermal path. Now the middle view is going to show the stainless steel extended shaft. We're showing a hand quadrant in this particular image, but if you had an actuator supplied, the actuator would be coupled to that extended shaft. And the far right image shows jack shafting. So when you have a larger assembly, we're going to join all the sections together, and then we physically jack shaft. As you can see in the where the arrows point, that's our shaft that spans the width of the damper. And this is what joins all the sections together so that you have the damper operating as one. So now let's move on to the 316 stainless steel construction. This is what we call our CD36 CE, which uses 316L for its frame and blades. And yes, you probably guessed by now, the name derives from our classic CD36, which is a V-groove blade damper model. This version, the CE version, features a mechanically fastened silicone blade seal standard, and obviously silicone has pretty good longevity and high performance, as well as the stainless steel side linkage and the jam seals. And the extended shaft, once again, would be made in stainless steel, as well as the jack shafting. So that's a pretty common construction material for all of these units. Now this model, the V-groove blade is going to be rated up to 3,000 feet per minute and up to 5 inches of pressure. This has been around for many, many years, so it's pretty much a pretty standard offering for our control dampers, but this is the critical environment version of the standard model. The overall benefits for the CD36 CE would be the durability for the material, as well as good air performance and low maintenance. So up to now, I've talked about 3 specific model names within the critical environment family: the CD50 CE, the TED 50 CE, and the CD36 CE. Since this is a relatively newer category, these are the 3 models that we've named. However, we do offer many other products that can also be provided with stainless steel, 316 stainless steel construction. And as you'll see on the screen there, in our life safety offering, we have fire dampers, smoke dampers, combination fire smoke dampers. Many of these can all be produced in 316 stainless steel. There's other commercial dampers. We have true rounds, ovals, and backdraft relief dampers. And then on the industrial side, we have true rounds as well, square rectangulars, we have bubble tights, and we have isolation dampers. So just keep that in mind. If there's other products that might need to fit into your application, just be aware we can still produce other models in the 316L material. I'd like to also remind you that along with the damper, we can supply the NEMA 4 and 4X actuators, which are designed to be weather tight and corrosion resistant for the indoor and outdoor conditions, which can be pretty harsh. You'll see on the screen there we're showing enclosures. Belimo makes these stainless steel enclosures that we put on the actuator. So we just house that actuator. In the middle here, this is actually a NEMA enclosure. This is a 4 enclosure here. It's got a plastic housing essentially. And then here on the right, this is also a NEMA 4 rated actuator. And when you get factory mounted actuators, it does save the contractor time in the field, and it also ensures that the actuator mounting and operation are configured properly for the damper. So it does have some benefits when they're factory provided. Before I conclude the webinar session, I want to mention that the product data sheets for these 3 specific models, they're on the screen. They can be found at our website, ruskin.com. In case you weren't aware, Ruskin does have a 5-year product warranty on all of our products. We do hope this information was helpful, and more importantly, that one of these products can offer a solution for your application or for a job that you might possibly be working with. So at this time, I'll be standing by to take any questions. And if you've joined our webinars before, on your control panel there's a raised hand icon. And so you can type in a question and send that through, and we can answer any questions. So with that, I'll go ahead and stand by here. So I'm just standing by. If anyone has any questions, it may take you a moment to figure out a question, but I'll be around for a while, so no rush. While we're waiting here, I just want to mention that we do have another webinar next month. It will be on our automatic balancing damper series. So that'll be September 13th, Wednesday at 2:30 Central Time. And we'll cover all of the models that we currently have available. So we have a question about the critical environment products being currently available. Yes, they are all currently available. So that's a yes. We do have those available. In our pricing program for our representatives, at this very moment, we do not have the CD36CE visible just yet. It will be getting released here pretty quick, but that's the only one that's not physically there to select from. I have another question about information, corrosion resistance guide information for aluminum or 316. I think the question has to do with what resistant level that each of the materials is good for. We do have information on that. We can make that available. There's quite a bit of information on that, and we can put something together to try to consolidate some of that for you. I'm still standing by in case anyone has further questions, so feel free and send in any further questions there. I have responded back individually to some of your questions that seem to be a little more one-on-one type, but I'll remain on the line here for a little while more.